Good morning. Happy Monday, witches. Are you ready for this live collective divination ceremony? We're about to ask, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? I do this every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have any questions at all during this divination ceremony, or if you're watching the live playback, please feel free to ask questions. I love questions. The witches in my coven also love questions, so have at it. Are we ready to get started? This is going to take about 45 minutes or so. And you don't need to identify as a witch in order to participate in this divination ceremony, though I only read for witches. If you are needing private guidance, that is available, and all of the proceeds go directly to the operations of an international resource center for neurodivergent witches. Okay? I think I've touched base on all of the things. Yeah, let's just get right into it, shall we? I am totally working on my bog witch hair style, which is great. I love that for us. All right, I'm about to do what I do to get my system prepared for divination. I always forget to do introductions. My name is Jen Marie. I am an initiated high priestess and sorceress of chaos, witch born of shadow, and I founded an international resource center for, again, neurodivergent witches, and I wrote the Grimoire of the Ungovernable. It is available exclusively through brightanddark.org. And again, all of the proceeds from the sales of the grimoire go directly to the operations of an international resource center for neurodivergent witches. All right, let's do this. Let's start by taking 3 deep breaths, and then I'm going to get into it. On your mark, I go. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space, for our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And now we make a declaration of intention. What are we doing? Why do we call everyone here? I choose now, in this moment, to align with my whole self, to pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power, and I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour because I am home. All right. Again, the question that we're asking is, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? Where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion to our relationship with our life and our practice? Okay. This is a two-card draw. The card on the top of the deck is the answer to our question. The card on the bottom of the deck represents what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's actually blocking our shit. How are we getting in our own way? All right. We drew the sun upright. So I'm going to read directly from this card. Try really hard not to influence your initial interpretation of this card. It's important that when you are repairing your relationship with your intuition, for you to prioritize your inner wisdom over what someone else is trying to tell you, like what to do with your life. Okay. Including myself. Okay. You're certainly feeling the warmth of the sun and have much to be thankful for. Quite a lot of joy and abundance are headed in your direction. Your energy and confidence are infectious. Shine onto those you care about most. And the reverse position, because this is about the whole card, you're having a tough time staying positive right now. Something is hindering your growth or causing you setbacks, and your confidence has taken a hit. The reverse sun could instead be telling you that you're being too optimistic in the face of dreadful circumstances. Be sure to take a close look at your surroundings and the situation at hand. Handle things with caution. What does that mean to you? What is coming up for you as I read that? So, are you ready for me to influence you? If you were completely honest with yourself right now, what is your relationship with like success, with Joy and optimism. What's your relationship with that right now? Does joy and optimism kind of feel almost selfish or feel like some distant, far off thing? I find it interesting that we're going into eclipse season, right? With this, I think it's a solar we're having a solar eclipse on the new moon this month, next week. And And you've heard that eclipses are like portals, right? That they're opportunities for you to either manifest or pull in a new reality in some way. But the thing is that you need to know what you want. Do you know what you want? Do you allow yourself to know what you want? To know what you want, you need to be able to see what you have also with clarity. Do you believe that you are able to see with clarity right now? Are you even allowing yourself to? Or are you just making the best of a dreadful situation or what you consider a dreadful situation? I'm genuinely curious, and you're welcome to answer in the comments because, and I've said this before, I feel as an oracle, I feel that this summer is going to be a massive celebration. That joy and optimism are right there within reach. We just have to choose to reach out. We have to choose, right? And when you are in this state of like survival, you're just trying to get through whatever is going on. We tend to kind of pull in and only mind what's right in front of us, which generally is a great way to navigate life. But when you're entering into this like eclipse season, these portals, allowing yourself to dream better, pull in what you actually want. What seeds are you going to be planting this year? That is a very important thing to be able to sit with. Have you allowed yourself to sit with that? Shannon says, I'm just starting to get a clearer and clearer vision of what I want in life rather than just surviving. If you didn't have to like put all of your attention to surviving, what would you want your life to look like? Right? You don't have to figure out how that is going to unfold. You don't have to. Now's not the time to figure that out. But allowing it to exist so that it can reach the light of the sun is really important. You are deserving of joy, success, even now in these times. In fact, you allowing joy and success and enlightenment is a revolutionary act in times like this. It is a very powerful tool at your disposal. Heather says the sun isn't depleted by our benefit from its energy. Very true. Okay. And now we need to look at what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's actually making it to where we're not able to tap in or we feel like we're not able to tap into this. Okay. Strength, upright. So this is the card. So I'm going to read that prompt. It feels like we've pulled the strength card quite a bit. Like I do a lot of readings, but I feel like we have pulled this in this before or recently, looking at our relationship with strength. Anywho, I'm going to keep reading. You're cool under pressure and retain compassion all the while, even if it causes you harm. You're patient and can accomplish great feats with your determination alone. Your strength will be rewarded shortly. Do I have the strength to pull this cat hair out of my eyelashes? I don't know. We're about to find out. Okay, so I'm going to read the reverse position as well. You need to cool your jets because things are about to get out of control. Keep an eye out for mood swings and avoid stressful situations. You may feel like you're unable to handle most things as you normally would. This can also be a sign of jealousy or that you need to focus on regaining confidence. What does that feel like? Remember that this is what you're in resistance to or in denial of. It is blocking your shit. That's my blocking your ability to see this clearly. It was brought to my attention that I'm supposed to be watching my language now that I am on the big red play button, which I do not do very well. I'm trying, but here we are. All right. Did we just pull this card, guys? I feel like this has been a whole thing this weekend of our relationship with strength. We did on Friday. This is a bookend reading then. Interesting. Do you feel very strong right now? Are you feeling strong? This feels like a very literal interpretation of this card, but I think that it really fits. Do you feel strong or do you feel like your confidence is taking a hit? And how does that influence your relationship with success and joy? The strength card also it has underpinnings of your relationship with your mental health too. And how much attention have you been giving to your mental health? If you don't, if you can't admit that you lack confidence in your strength right now, there's no way that you can bring healing to that space. Right? Being in denial of your strength or being in denial of the fact that you've taken a blow will only perpetuate that in your life. Right? Stuffing it means that you're carrying it around. Right? Bring it out, admit to it, and process that. Processing it means actually asking it its name. Right? What happened? Why are you feeling a lack of strength? For a lot of us, and I am a witch that lives in the United States of embarrassment. And, you know, there's a lot of, we've got a lot of material to feel really powerless right now. But that's an intentional play. It's really important that you are mindful of the stories that you are not only telling yourself, but you are being told. Right? If you are being told that you are powerless and you are believing that, what's going on there? The truth is that you are a lot more powerful than you have been made to believe. You have a lot more influence than you have been made to believe. And if you only knew the strength that you have access to, you would not be putting up with what you're putting up with. It's getting you in this situation. If you knew that your success is inevitable, if you knew that the story that you're telling yourself is inevitable, what story would you tell yourself? How does that change your internal dialogue? Or at least the story you're telling yourself about what is possible in the future? Okay. Your mind does not know the difference between the truth and the stories that you are telling yourself or stories that others are telling. Shannon says, "Yep, I'm really looking at the stories that live in my subconscious. I'm catching the untruths faster than I used to. Our subconscious speaks unstories, so I super resonate with this. The question of am I strong enough isn't the issue. Just being who you are is enough right now." Yes. Yes. Mhm. What if you believed that the medicine that you bring to the world is important? What if you believed that? It's a pretty good reading, guys. This is a pretty good reading. So today we are looking at our relationship with success. Not just our relationship with success, but our innate strength, our innate ability to be successful. Right? So, happy Monday. I keep like feeling into if there's more on this, but that's it. That's it. I will be back again on Friday to do this at the same time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to get through this together. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to do this alone. It's not all on your shoulders. Okay? You are not alone. That's it. Let's close out this working. And I will see you on Friday, unless you're coming to the grimoire reading on Wednesday, which is open to the public. Anyone is welcome to join. I'm going to be reading from the Grimoire of the Ungovernable for an hour, and then for another hour after that is going to be an open Q&A where you get to ask questions about the content that we covered. Not just ask questions from me, but you're also going to be able to get the perspectives of the other unbound witches of Bright and Dark. So, multiple perspectives. that's that's gold right there. Close out this working, hand on your heart, take a deep breath. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, I now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right, which is remember, if you can't be good at it. And I will see you later on in the week.